Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Mahmud Hassan, Assistant Teacher, Agriculture, Greenfield School and College. Dear student of class 7, how are you? I hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. You know that in the last class I have finished lesson 4. I have finished lesson 3. Now I will discuss about lesson 4. This lesson 4 is under chapter 4. The title of lesson 4 is Season Neutral Crops. In the previous lesson, we learned about the identity and characteristics of different seasonal crops. For these, the crops of one season cannot be cultivated in another season. But there are some crops that are grown for profit throughout the year. Can you name a few of such crops? Yes, you can. You know some crops that are grown all year round, such as brinjal, banana, papaya, chili. The crops that are grown throughout the year for profit are called season neutral or Baro-Mashi crops. All season neutral crops are also day length neutral because these crops can blossom and produce fruit irrespective of day length. Blossom means producing of fruit, producing of flower. Blossom means producing of flower. The crop that produce flower in day length neutral, then it is called neutral crops. That means it may produce flower at any time of a year, then I will say it as day neutral crop. We will learn in detail about the influence of day length in blossoming and producing fruit in the next chapter. In our country, the season neutral horticultural crops include red amaranth, eggplant, brinjal, chili, papaya, banana, etc. On the other hand, season neutral field crops include maize, groundnut, etc. In our country, a lot of crops cannot be cultivated throughout the year because we have some meteorological condition and limitations. Import of some high value crops like tomato and onion could be avoided if they could be grown here throughout this year. For this solution of this problem, research work is in progress. Some summer varieties of tomato and onion have already been released. Doesn't this question arise in your mind why some crops grow throughout the year? To get the answer of this question, we must think about climatic needs of that crop. We already know that One kind of climate is required to grow Rabi crops, while the need is different for the Kharif crops. Season neutral crops can be cultivated during both Rabi and Kharif. It can be assumed from this that the extent of climatic need of the season neutral crop is rather wide. As a result, these crops can be cultivated during both the seasons or throughout the year. So, we can say that the season neutral crops can be grown in both low and high temperatures, can be grown in both less and heavy rainfalls, can be grown under low as well as high humidity, can produce flowers and fruits under both short and long day lengths. In a word, we can say that this type of um, crops can grow in any situation. It may be low temperature or high temperature. It may be less rainfall or high rainfall. In any condition, they can grow. So, here are some pictures of day neutral crop. The first picture is about a brinjal. The second picture is about chili. Third picture is a maize, and fourth picture is some groundnut. These are season neutral crops. Now I am going to discuss about some MCQ questions on chapter 4, lesson 4. The first MCQ question is: production period of day neutral crop are how many months in a year? It is a knowledge based question. The option is option A 3 months, option B 6 months, option C 9 months, option D 12 months. You know that a day neutral crop can be produced in all the year round. A year consists of 12 months, so the correct answer is 12. The production period of day neutral crop are 12 months in a year. Now, the second MCQ is: which crop can be grown in both low and high temperature and humidity? Option A groundnut, option B pineapple, option C jackfruit, and option D tomato. The first option is groundnut. The groundnut is the correct option because it is a day neutral plant, so it can be grown in both low and high temperature and humidity. On the other hand, pineapple can be grown in low temperature. Jackfruit can be grown in high temperature. Tomato can be grown in low temperature. But groundnut can be grown in both low and high temperature. It is a knowledge based question, so you have to directly answer this question from your knowledge. Question number 3: which crop can produce flowers and fruits under short day length? day length is if the day length is short, then we call it as winter season. Rabi crop is a winter seasonal crop. So, Rabi crop can be produce flowers and fruits under short day length. On the other hand, Kharif 1 and Kharif 2 needs long day length. And option D, Baramasi crop or day neutral crop needs do not require any day length. It can produce flowers and fruits at any day length. Question 4. Import of which crop could be avoided if it could be grown in our country throughout the year? It is also a knowledge based question. Import of brinjal. We cannot import brinjal in our country. So the option is not valid. Option B is maize. We do not import maize in our country. Furthermore, we export maize in abroad. Question option C. Option C is red amaranth. Red amaranth is lal shak. We do not import red amaranth from abroad, but we import onion from India, Pakistan, Turoshko, etc. So, import of onion crop could be avoided if it could be grown in our country throughout the year. Question 5. At present, a lot of new varieties of onion have been released which can be grown. Option 1, in low light. Option 2, in low and high temperature. Option 3, in excessive rainfall. At present, a lot of new varieties of onion have been released which can be grown in all these three situations. That means onion variety can be grown in low light, can be grown in low and high temperature, and can be grown in excessive rainfall. So, day neutral plant onion can be grown in these three situations. So, option 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Answer D is correct. Now, read the following passage and answer the question number 6 and 7. Atul Babu cultivates potato in Rabi season. In this year, he also prepares his land for cultivating potato. But due to the season, uh, due to the reason of sudden heavy rainfall for his prepared land become unsuitable for potato cultivation. After that, he decided to cultivate a crop that possibly can be grown throughout the year. Question 6. Which crop did he decide to cultivate? Option A, maize. Maize is a day neutral plant, so it can be grown throughout the year. On the other hand, bitter gourd is grown in Kharif season. Watermelon and sweet gourd is also grown in Kharif. Uh, Watermelon is grown in Kharif season, and sweet gourd is also grown in Kharif season. So these three are Kharif seasonal crop. But maize is a day neutral crop. So Atul Babu can choose maize as a day, neutral plant so that he can cultivate it throughout the year. Question 7. The characteristic of the mentioned crop. The mentioned crop is a Rabi crop. The mentioned crop is potato. It is a Rabi crop. The characteristics of Rabi crop is can be grown in high humidity, can be can be grown in low humidity, can be grown in moderate humidity, can be grown in high humidity, and can be grown in any humidity. The mentioned crop Rabi season, a mentioned crop is a potato, and potato can be grown in low humidity. The correct answer is low humidity. So this is the correct answer, and it can not be grown in high humidity because in winter season it is a winter loving crop. It is a winter loving crop. So in winter season the humidity becomes low. So the characteristics of mentioned crop is it can be grown in high in low humidity. So this is all for today's video. Thanks for watching this video.